finding the equation of a parallel or perpendicular line. Okay, so this problem wants us to find the equation of the line passing through the point -1, 2, and perpendicular to the line y equals to 1/2 x plus 3. All right, so we want to find the equation of a line, and we want it to be perpendicular. So when it says find the equation of a line, there are two formulas. We normally use y equals to mx plus b, or you can use y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. Both of them produce the correct answer. Of course, the first one, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And the second one, x1, y1 is a point, right? So x1, y1 is a point. And here, the b is the y-intercept and the m is the slope. So first, let's decide. So in the first one, y equals to mx plus b, we need to figure what is m, which is the slope. And we need to figure what's b, which is the y-intercept. So to figure, since they are perpendicular means negative reciprocal. Right? So two lines are perpendicular if their slope are the negative reciprocal. So perpendicular negative reciprocal. So that means if you have a slope that is 2/3, if m equals to 2/3, this is a made-up scenario, then the negative reciprocal, so let's say that's m1, then the second m2, negative reciprocal means you have to reciprocate the 2/3, so that means the 3 goes on top and make it negative. So that's what I mean by negative reciprocal. So in this situation, since we're trying to find the slope of a line that is perpendicular to y equals to 1/2 x plus 3, then the slope of y equals to 1/2 x plus 3 should be m, right? So now we're going to solve the problem. So we're going to take the slope from here, which is 1/2, right? So m equals to, let's say m1 equals to 1/2. So the m that we need is the negative reciprocal of that. So the negative reciprocal of 1/2 would be, you reciprocate it, so 2/1, and then make it negative. So we're going to use -2 for the m, right? Because we need to find m in the equation, right? So in our y equals to mx plus b, the m we're going to use is -2. That we guarantee the two lines are perpendicular. Two lines are perpendicular if their slope is the negative reciprocal. So if the slope of this line is 1/2, then the slope of the line that we're trying to find has to be -2. All right, so we have m. So now the point, the line that we're trying to find passes to the point -1, 2. So that means that -1, 2 is a point on our line that we're trying to find, not a point on this line. It's not saying it's a point here. It's a point on the equation that we're trying to find. So all the points are represented by x and y. So in the formula y equals to mx plus b, we can substitute this point, -1, 2, for our x and y, because we're looking for a line that passes through that point. So that's a point on the line. And all points are represented by X and Y. So we can replace Y with its value 2. That's this 2 here in the point. And we can replace M with our -2 because we know that they're perpendicular, so the slopes are the negative reciprocal. And we can replace X with -1, right? That's the value at the point, -1. And we can then solve it for B because we don't know what B is. So that would mean that 2 is equal to negative times a negative is positive. So 2 will equal to 2 plus B. And then if you subtract 2, then B is equal to 0. So the equation of the line we're trying to find have y-intercept 0. So therefore the answer, if we go back and substitute our B and our M in the equation y equals to mx plus b, we end up with y is equal to m is -2, x plus b is 0. So the final answer is y equals to -2x. If you rather the other formula, y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. In this case, we just have to substitute the m and the point and solve it for y. So we keep y, we minus the y value, which is 2. M is -2. And x minus the x value, which is -1. So then you have y minus 2 is equal to -2 times x plus 1, double negative. And then now if you distribute the -2, you get y minus 2 is equal to -2x minus 2. So now if we solve them for y, we have to move the -2, so add 2 to both sides. And that's how you get y is equal to -2x, because the -2 and the +2 cancel each other on both sides. And so the answer is y equals to -2x, regardless which of the equation you used.